Konnichiwa, my fellow pioneers, and welcome to my channel. I'll be your bartender for today, and I'll be making a cocktail for the wonderful diva of hololive, AZKi. As a member of Gen Zero of hololive Productions, she has definitely pioneered many new things for the VTubing community. She is a wonderful singer, an amazing dancer, and a star idol through and through. After spending some time as the lead talent of Inanaka Music, she's now joined hololive proper and spends much of her time enjoying playing GeoGuessr, zero guessing her way into your heart. Which is lethal, by the way. I'm so glad that AZKi gets to interact and collab with all of her fellow hololive talents so much now, as that's the part of hololive that I enjoy watching the most. November 15th marks the 6th anniversary of AZKi being in hololive, so I hope that her day is filled with wonderful celebration and happiness. She truly deserves it. Happy anniversary, AZKi. Now, one of my most favorite moments of watching AZKi's streams happened quite recently, actually. She was doing a stream where she was looking at a website that had an online real-time map of Tokyo, and for some reason, AZKi's stream was marked as being streamed directly from the Imperial Palace. What a way to dox yourself as being a royal princess. Sasuka AZKi Hime-sama. But in all seriousness, AZKi's voice is so soothing. She's such a sweetheart, and her streams are always warm and cozy. Please give her channel a watch if you have the time. You won't regret it. Now let's talk about today's cocktail and the ingredients. When coming up with the cocktail for AZKi, all I could think about were Atsuki beans. I mean, it's in the name, right? So I tried to think up what would go well with red bean paste, and I came up with kakigori. The weather's getting nice and cold now, so I think nice shaved ice would be very, very refreshing. Yes, I enjoy eating cold treats even when the weather is cold. No, I'm not abnormal. I don't think so, at least. Well, since we're making kakigori, we're definitely gonna need a shaved ice maker. I think this penguin one is pretty iconic, but feel free to use whatever you can get. Even crushing the ice by hand should be fine. We're gonna be adding some alcohol to this kakigori to turn it into a sakegori. And we're gonna need some Boss Black coffee, or any iced black coffee you can get your hands on. And next, I have this homemade cream liqueur. I'll put the recipe down below. This one's made with Shochu, so it's more of a Japanese style cream liqueur, but feel free to use Irish cream if you can only get that, as that's more widely available. Next, I'm going to be breaking out a very special ingredient to celebrate 200 subscribers and counting. Thank you guys so much for all the support. I wouldn't be here without you guys. So I have here some special Demon Lord Sakura Liqueur. And according to the instructions, one of the preferred ways of serving this is to serve this over ice cream. So it looks like I've got the right idea. And finally, to turn this into a true AZKi drink, we're gonna need some AZKi beans. Now let's build a cocktail. First, we're going to add a bunch of ice to our shaved ice maker. We're gonna need quite a bit. Some of it might melt in the glass, but I kept things chilling inside the fridge. To keep things as cold as possible to help prevent that from happening, melting. I got my bowl under the ice maker. Let's make some shaved ice. Okay, this should be enough for now. Let's see, we got a nice amount in here. Let's move this off to the side, but we probably will need more later. Now, get a highball glass to serve in. This was chilling in the fridge for a bit to give it some cold, but it's already warmed up quite a bit. We're going to fill this glass about 1/3 of the way with our shaved ice. I'd say about 1/3 right there. Now, get your Boss coffee. We're going to add about 3 ounces of coffee. Now we have to add another 1/3 of ice. Hopefully we got just enough here. Okay, that looks to be another third. And then we're gonna add 3 ounces of cream liqueur as well. You can use a spoon to help you layer over, but this bed of ice should help soften the blow as well. Well, it didn't layer as I had hoped. I thought the coffee would be a more, would layer by itself, but that's all right. We got, the coffee layer is now sort of in the middle. But let's move on. We're gonna need a lot more shaved ice. So we gotta put the penguin to work once again. Okay, once again, fill the last third of the glass with ice. Once again, we're gonna add 3 ounces of Sakura Liqueur. This one you want to shake very well before using. The Sakura part tends to settle after a long period of just sitting around. If I were to smell it, the scent is very light, very subtle, and the taste is very thick, very viscous, and it does taste like taiyaki filling, basically. But I think this will go very well in this cocktail. So let's add it on top, and hopefully this will layer a bit better than what we had before. It's kind of layering, but not quite. If I were to redo this again, I'd probably change the order. I really wanted the coffee to be in the bottom, but if you wanted to do that, I guess you could use coffee liqueur. I really wanted to use Boss coffee because I didn't want it to be too boozy, and I think Boss coffee, just some regular black coffee, would go really well with this. But unfortunately, it's not working the way that I wanted to. If I were to do this again, I think I'd do the Sakura liqueur at the bottom because it looks like it wants to sink all the way down, and then the cream liqueur, and then the Boss coffee. So maybe I'll try that when I do the short. Yeah. Oh, now it just looks like a kind of a coffee latte. Now for the final step, we're going to top with AZKi beans. Just grab a nice spoonful or so. Place it right at the top, resting on top of the ice. A fair amount. Okay, that looks about right. And now for an additional garnish, I have this pair of pink and white ribbons. This is to mimic AZKi's hair ornament. We're just gonna clip it to the side of the glass, like so. And there you have it. I present to you the AZKi Sakegori. Doesn't look quite the way that I pictured it. If I had time, I would have experimented more to find the ideal layering, but well, the short will probably have the better layering. But yeah, the idea was to have black on the bottom for AZKi's boots, white in the middle for AZKi's dress, and pink on top for AZKi's hair highlights. And then we'll top it off with the reddish, darkish AZKi beads for her actual hair color. That was the idea, but unfortunately it didn't work out that well. Things did not layer as I had hoped, sadly. But I think right now it looks like a very nice latte or cappuccino, and I bet it will taste really good still. Okay, now let's give it a taste. To drink, you can add a straw there to sip the liquid. Or you can also add a spoon to eat it as kakigori. So let's take a little sip first. Okay, very interesting. Now that it's all mixed together, it's pretty good, actually. Well, I was right that the Sakura liqueur did want to sink all the way to the bottom, so let me just stir it up some more. Oh yeah, this is like a really good coffee latte. I'm actually surprised. I think that choice of using Boss Coffee was the right one. Even though if I wanted better layering, coffee liqueur would probably be a better choice. But with this black coffee here, the sweetness is not too sweet. It really balances out the you know, these are both liqueurs, so they're very incredibly sweet. But just this small amount of coffee really like tempers it, so it's not like you're eating like a pastry or anything. Because you know, this whole thing is like a treat on its own. Yeah, really good. What I learned about Shochu is when you use it in something, the aroma of what it was distilled with is very prominent. I'm tasting a lot of barley in here, so it kind of feels like I'm drinking tea on top of the coffee, which is not bad. It's pretty good actually. I think if you could find different shochu that's brewed with different things, that would be also a very interesting experiment. You know, there's emo shochu, potatoes or sweet potatoes, and there's shochu made with sugar. So yeah, those two would make for interesting substitutions. Let me try a little spoonful of the ice. And the AZKi beans there add a little bit of, you know, I guess you'd call it umami from the beans. But it adds texture, the ice is nice and crunchy. Yeah, this is just a really good drink. I'm quite surprised. You also don't really taste the alcohol in this. I mean, it's not a very strong drink. It's about, I'd say 10 to 15% ABV. But yeah, this, like, you really do not taste any alcohol in this at all. Which is why I chose to use Boss Coffee instead of like a coffee liqueur. I wasn't sure how strong or light a drinker AZKi was, so I wanted to keep it on the light side. But yeah, I think this is just the right choice actually. I really like it. This is something you can like drink multiple of and not really feel wasted. Yeah, this is just a perfectly good treat that you can enjoy on a nice cold evening or a nice hot summer's day, I guess. Yeah. Anyways, thank you for watching. Please leave your anniversary wishes for AZKi in the comments down below. If you have an idea for a cocktail based on AZKi, please let me know. Congratulations, AZKi, and happy anniversary. I wish you will have many, many more, and I hope to see you in the next video. Cheers, and thank you.